Listen closely. If you leave this video now, you might never learn what I'm about to show you. This is not a relaxation trick, and it's not a pep talk. This is a covert method for stepping into a new mind. Fast, decisive, irreversible if you choose to let it be. Stay with me until the end, because the last instruction is the lock and the key. This is forbidden knowledge in the sense that it's kept out of polite conversation. It bypasses the usual slow, polite rewiring of habit and goes straight to the hidden machinery where your identity lives. Use it responsibly. If you have epilepsy, a history of psychosis, or are currently under intense psychiatric care, consult a professional before trying deep mental techniques. Understood? Then listen. What you are about to learn is self-hypnosis, but not the soft, clinical version you read about in handouts. Think of self-hypnosis as a doorway. On one side, you carry all the habits, fears, and quiet negotiations that have kept you small. On the other side, there is a version of you that does not negotiate with fear. Self-hypnosis is how you walk through that doorway and take up residence on the other side. Hypnosis is simply focused attention and guided suggestion aimed at the subconscious. It feels secret because the subconscious runs on its own rules. It responds to images, feelings, and repetition, not logic. When you learn to speak that language, you no longer argue for change. You make the change inevitable. There is danger here, not physical harm. The danger is that the old version of you, the one who relied on excuses and familiar flaws, can fade. That can feel like erasure. Some people panic when their old identity loosens. That panic is proof the method works. If you're not ready to lose that comfortable pain, step back. If you are ready to become sharper, braver, and more magnetic, keep listening. Now I will walk you through a complete step-by-step session. You can follow it tonight. Each step uses sensory detail so the subconscious will accept it as real. Do this seated or lying down in a safe, quiet place. Remove distractions. This takes about 20 minutes. Stay present. Step 1. Prepare the space. Dim the lights. Sit or lie where you will not be disturbed. Place your feet flat if seated, palms resting. Take 3 slow breaths. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 2. Exhale for 6. Feel the air cool your throat, then warm again. Let the room become a frame for what's about to happen. Step 2. Create the entrance. Close your eyes and imagine a door in front of you. It can be any door, heavy iron, smooth wood, an unmarked gate. Touch it in your mind. Notice its texture. Hear the faint sound behind it, like a low hum or distant rain. This is the threshold between who you are and who you could become. Step 3. The descent into focus. Count down from 10 to 1, slowly, with each number letting parts of your body soften. 10. Feel your scalp relax. 9. Your jaw loosens. 8. Shoulders drop. 7. Arms grow heavy. 6. Chest eases. 5. Your stomach relaxes. 4. Hips sink. 3. Thighs soften. 2. Calves release. 1. A warm, soft weight settles over your eyes. With each number, your breathing becomes slower, deeper, like a tide retreating to reveal the ocean floor. Step 4. Sensory embedding. Now, imagine a small, vivid object in the room beyond the door. It can be a cold coin, a smooth stone, a candle flame. Make its color, temperature, and weight real in your mind. Reach for it. Feel the texture under your fingers. This object will be your anchor, a physical signal you will use later to trigger the change outside of this session. Step 5. Identity shifting. Stand across the threshold in your mind and look at your current self. See them exactly. Posture, voice, usual hesitation. Now allow the image to change. Instead of critiquing, observe. On the other side of the door stands the new you. See posture that does not ask permission, eyes that meet anyone unafraid, a voice steady and measured. Notice how this new you moves, how their breath patterns feel. Let the new you step through the door and stand beside your old self, not as a rival, but as an upgrade. Step 6. Emotional anchoring. With your eyes closed, touch the imaginary object you chose earlier. Feel its weight. As you touch it, summon the strongest sliver of the new you's feeling. Clarity, like cold steel. Confidence, like warmth in the chest. A calm hunger that does not need validation. Let that feeling flood your body. Anchor it by pressing your thumb and forefinger together, exactly the same way each time. Whisper in your inner voice or out loud if you prefer. A short phrase in present tense. I am decisive. I am magnetic. I move forward. Repeat the phrase 3 times while maintaining the fingertip pressure and the image of the coin. Step 7. Subconscious suggestion. Now speak the program to your subconscious. Use short, present tense sentences that feel non-negotiable. Examples you can use or adapt. I wake up clear, decisive, and energized. My presence commands attention without effort. I choose bold action before I hesitate. Repeat each line 3 times, feeling the meaning as bodily sensation, not thought. After each line, press the thumb and forefinger together to deepen the anchor. This repetition converts suggestion into memory. Step 8. The irreversible seal. Imagine closing the door behind the new you, not to lock the old out completely, but to place the old self on a shelf where it cannot steer the ship. Turn the key you imagine and feel a gentle shift in your chest, like furniture rearranged inside your soul. Count up from 1 to 5, bringing your awareness back to the room. When you open your eyes on 5, press the anchor again once and let the feeling stay. 1. Fingers uncurl. 2. The surface beneath you returns texture. 3. Breaths deepen. 4. Small movements return to your fingers. 5. Open your eyes. Anchor once and sit with the first trace of the new posture. Listen to this carefully. The anchor you created is your secret weapon. Use it in the real world the moment you need to switch states. Press thumb and forefinger together. Recall the coin and let the new posture and feeling fill you. Do it before a meeting, a difficult conversation, or a moment of doubt. Practice this 3 times a day for the next week to solidify the new hardware. Now, a few realistic stories so you understand what this can look like. A woman in sales said she used this once before a client call and felt a sudden, solid confidence. She reported the client leaned in, asked more questions, and closed the deal. After a week of repeating the anchor, she stopped feeling anxious before calls. A man stood before a mirror, used the method for career clarity, and reported waking the next morning with a surprising sense of urgency. He applied to a position he'd been avoiding and got the interview within days. He didn't claim magic, just that his instinct no longer hesitated. A performer with stage fright used the anchor on the night of a show. At the first note, the old tremor vanished. The audience noticed. He called it a switch he could flip. These are not fairy tales. They are plausible outcomes when the subconscious embraces a vivid new identity. But do not expect theatrical overnight miracles every time. Expect a new pathway to form. Sometimes it opens wide, sometimes it widens slowly. Your choice is whether to walk through. A quick troubleshooting guide. If you feel dizzy, stop and breathe. If you feel disoriented afterwards, ground yourself with water, a walk, or a short conversation. If intense emotion surfaces, that is often old material rising to be cleared. If it becomes overwhelming, seek professional support. Do not practice self-hypnosis while driving, operating heavy machinery, or when you must be fully alert. You must also understand the ethical weight of this knowledge. Identity shifting is powerful. It is persuasive, even seductive. Use it to move toward growth, not to manipulate or harm others. When your interior life is aligned, your outer influence will follow naturally. That is the secret. You do not coerce the world. You become someone the world wants to listen to. Now, the final instruction, the part you cannot skip. Tonight, at the first quiet moment, do this entire session. Do not tweak the script yet. Follow every step. Press the anchor. Sleep with the image of the coin in a corner of your mind. When you wake, test the anchor within the first hour of being up. If you feel resistance, press again and step into a small action that proves the new you. Make a call, write a paragraph, speak a sentence you've been avoiding. If you wait, the ordinary drift will reassert itself. Scarcity is real. The longer you delay, the firmer the old grooves become. This opportunity is not an external deadline. It is a psychological one. Do it now, tonight, and you give your subconscious permission to restructure. One last thing. Power without accountability is dangerous. Promise yourself you will use this to build, not to destroy. Promise yourself you will be patient when the world resists your new edges. And promise yourself you will return to this doorway whenever you need reinforcement. You have just been given a key. Do not let it sit on a shelf. Try this tonight. Anchor the change. Report back to yourself tomorrow morning and see what shifts. If you commit, you may never be quite the person you were before. Close your eyes later, walk through the door and take what is yours. The world is waiting.